What's up, guys? It's Wiley. I'm going to jump right into this commentary. It's not going to be about the gameplay, although the gameplay is very good. I did a COD 4 session. I got about 5 matches in before I ran into some hacking faggots, and I think 3 of them were worthy of posting. So you'll see those in the future, but this is a good one. And what this commentary is going to be about is an Outside the Lines report that I just saw on Outside the Lines, obviously. And it was about a Texas high school a Texas high school football team located in Refugio, Texas. And as you know, I live in Texas, so I know all about the Friday Night Lights. But this particular team, I should say, is known for running the score up, and they're really good. And their coach basically runs the score up on everyone and leaves the starters in, and they just run over people with scores like 90 to 15. And of course the other coaches don't like it. And you know, when you think run it up, it conjures up images of Bob Stoops beating Baylor 90 to 10, trying to get his BCS points in. And I'm against Bob Stoops and the Oklahoma Sooners and what they stand for and how they play. But in the Outside the Lines report, it shows their coach just spitting and hollering and going nuts. He's just like the typical coach that you see that like is screaming at his players as loud as he can, and they're up 41-0, and they run this really aggressive hurry-up offense that I'm sure perpetuates the problem and makes people think it's worse. And as they destroy people, they show how disgruntled the opposing team's coach gets, and just how upset the other team is that they didn't pull their starters. And as I was watching this, I was kind of thinking, like, yeah, this guy's kind of a douche. He's just like a stereotypical, like, one of these, like, hard-nosed coaches that thinks he's right and wants to run the score up on terrible teams. But then you look into it further, and they talk about the fact that Refugio has made the playoffs in the number 1 seed 4 years in a row, and they haven't won the championship once, including last year when they lost in the semifinals. So that kind of made me start thinking, like, he's not just running it up. So he goes on to talk about that he thinks that the reason they lost is because of lack of stamina, because he would always pull the starters after 2 quarters, and now he's leaving them in until the 4th or sometimes even the whole time, and letting the clock run the whole time instead of stopping for incompletions and whatnot. So as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, like, well, he probably has a point, you know, after making the playoffs ranked number 1 for 4 years and losing every time. Doing something different wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. I can kind of see where he's coming from. And by the way, I don't know why the kill feed's messed up in this game. I'm guessing someone has some idiotic mods, but whatever. So it just shows this coach screaming at his players, and like, it's a 2A school. It's not like a juggernaut school. And another thing that makes me think that it's okay that he's just running over these teams, and the fact that it doesn't bother me, is the fact that when OU obliterates teams and Bob Stoops leaves his starters in and goes for 2 for no reason, it's college, but he can be playing like 2A, like Division II, like Montana States and Rice's and just terrible teams. Or in high school, there's bad teams too, and obviously he has a very good set of kids. But they're all on the, like, it's a level playing field. It's all 2A, or he's playing bigger teams. He's not scheduling 4 cupcakes like Stoops and just running over them. So if you want to see this Outside the Lines report, I'll try to put it in the description. But, you know, with copyrights and hatred of free advertising and all other garbage, I'm not sure if I can, but I will try to. So you might be wondering, well, what happened to Refugio? Did they win? You know, after all this, what became of them? They're playing for the 2A state championship, this Saturday at Jerry Dome, Cowboy Stadium, and that camper gets a hold of me right there. I think he kills me a couple more times. Yeah, that it didn't piss me off, but it surprised me to see how stationary he was, because he sits there for the rest of the match. Anyway, so Refugio has beat opponents by a spread of 30 points a game in the playoffs and a spread of 59 points in the regular season. So it makes me wonder if they're going to run over the other team in the state championship, or if they win. Like, what if they lose? I can guarantee that coach is going to lose his job, because everyone in 2A in their little area district hates him because he runs it up on everyone. And I'm sure the kids don't like playing him. Like, oh yeah, we have to go play Refugio and get absolutely destroyed. But initially I thought that, this guy's a jerk, he shouldn't be running it up. But as I continued to watch, they've been ranked first and made the playoffs 4 straight years. So I can kind of see where he's coming from, wanting to run it up and get his players more experience. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the commentary. It was a good outside the lines report, and I get revenge on my camper there with an assist. Final score is 29-5 with the 20 kill streak, rushing around with a 74U on COD 4. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.